meeting to order at 6:33. We have a few absences. I'll point Teresa as the parliamentary Serene. For the voting member tonight. We do have a quorum. We only have one item on the agenda. And that is the motion for the bond authorization. I'll have James read the motion. We'll wait a second and then discussion and a vote. Good. There's all six opposed. All allegiance. Or not. I missed that part. We did the blood first, my pledge. Yeah. Yeah, well, increase the work backwards. Let the mayor have it as a pleasure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. Okay, motion for, it's gonna motion to accept the minutes of a special meeting held on November 17th. They will be emailed to you by Nancy yesterday. Motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second. Motion by William, seconded by Steve. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Now the business for today.
We're starting number 6.
So number 4. The first one.
That's different. Yep, Mark. So, let's make a motion that the Board of Finance adopt the following resolution regarding the appropriation and bond authorization of $20 million for financing the cost of carrying out or administering the first phase of the revitalized rubber corridor district master plan as it read.
Second. Second by Wayne. Discussion.
Okay, so I know the Burgesses are all intimately familiar with this. The finance board members know some, but not every. But in a TIF district, and a tax increment financing district, the notion is to take an unutilized or underutilized portion of your town and create a special district for new development. So what we have done is we have, and by the way, there are some rules. The district has to be contiguous, all connecting, and it can't be greater than 10% of your grand list. So we have created a district which basically includes 3 parts of Naugatuck. It includes the Uniroyal property that we acquired last year, where we are building an industrial subdivision. We received a community investment fund grant for $3 million. We anticipate some more grants, and we are going to be spending borough money on that project, as well as a private investment for the various sites. But that property is totally undeveloped right now. 38 buildings were knocked down. It's raw land, and we intend to build a new industrial park there to create revenue for the next several hundred years or beyond. The second part of the district is downtown Naugatuck. And when I say downtown, it includes parcel A, the event center. It includes parcel B, the parking lot. It includes the downtown areas that surround it, and where there is a need for facade improvements. It also includes the entire Rubber Avenue corridor, which we are also redeveloping by not only the construction of a new improved Rubber Avenue, but where we're taking 5 borough properties and putting them on the tax rolls and offering facade improvement programs. So in all of these projects, most of the money is private money from private developers. We're getting state money from the Connecticut Community Challenge, which we won the downtown grant for. We're getting community investment fund money from the state, we have our ARPA money from the federal government. Now, all of these projects require matches by the town. And in some cases, we're gonna need some borough money. So for example, on the new industrial park, we estimate that the cost of the road and the utilities is $10 million. We're getting 6 from the state, and our match for that is 4 million. So we don't have 4 million in our budget to build a road. So that's why for the last 5-6 years, we've been planning this TIP district. Parcel B, mostly will be state money and private money. And we have matches for that. And we've received $6 million from the state to do some of the road work there. And we have to match that with 2 million of our own money. Rubber Avenue is basically being built with state money, LoCIP money. And we want to have a major facade improvement program on Rubber Avenue in downtown. So all of the streets in downtown are going to be upgraded. We're also doing new sanitary sewers, new stormwater pipes, and fixing not only the existing problems, but paving the way for the new development in the downtown area. So we have estimated that, and in the motion, if you read it, it specifically mentions the 6 project or the 6 areas where we're looking to spend borough money going into the future. So it would be parcel B, parcel A, Y, and Z, mostly Y and Z, which are quite blighted now, and where we're going to have to remove a whole bunch of old trucks and things like that and do some cleanup work. The Naugatuck Industrial Park, the old Uniroyal property, the Rubber Avenue corridor. Possibly we're looking at the construction of a new street department building on the Riston property, which would mean that the street department on Rubber Avenue across from our beautiful high school would, instead of being an unsightly construction building, would be a new development of some sort. Also the park department building, the street department, the old recycling center, all of these properties are going to be sold and to go onto the grand list. We're also anticipating building a greenway on the east side of the railroad tracks in order to connect the Maple Street Bridge to Green Field, where we intend to also develop into a high-end TOD project. So we have estimated that the cost of doing all of those things is $20 million. So in a TIF district, how it works is that you establish a district, which is the district I described, and you determine what your projects are, which are the projects that I mentioned. You determine how much money you want to spend. You make sure that you're not over 10% of the grand list. And by the way, this district consists of 3%, 2.99% of our grand list. So we're way under 10%. And how it works is, and we set up a separate, almost finance board in a way for just the district. But how a district works is that any new revenue generated by the construction of new buildings in the district goes into a special fund that's controlled by the group that's managing the district. And you can't put any of that new money into the general fund until you first pay the bonds. So how it works, very specifically, and I'm reducing it to its sort of lowest common denominator. But in year 5, in a $20 million bond package, the payment for bonding is a little over $1 million. So the trick is to make sure that we generate at least $1 million in new revenue before year 5. So the group that will manage the TIP district will consist of, it's in here, but the mayor, the controller, the assessor, James Higgins from the finance board, Dorothy Nethcuman, and Charles Merengue from the Burgesses, a citizen, I think it's Rebecca Sonic, and basically staff. And that group is charged with making sure that the bond is paid before the rest of the money goes into the district. So within the district, the two biggest there's going to be a bunch of new tax generators. The parcel A will probably be the first one, which will be 270 units with a new 5th floor, and they are paying starting off $1,800 a unit, increasing every year. So right off the bat, they're in the $500,000 to $600,000 range of new revenue. The new industrial park is going to create 6 or 7 new light industrial uses over the next 5 years. Rubber Avenue is going to have at least 5, probably more, new businesses on the grand list. Greenfield is going to probably be our biggest taxpayer. That's going to be a 12-story high-end residential unit with, residential building with a grocery store or something of that nature, a restaurant, and some other commercial elements. And parcel B will be an affordable housing project, 180 units. So those are the primary generators of new income. So I wouldn't say the trick, but the key to making it work is for the management committee to make sure we stay on course to pay the bond every year before we put the excess money into the general fund. So best case scenario, year 5, we generate, I'll just say, for example, $1.6 million. We pay the bond, we put that additional 600,000 into the general fund, and then ultimately over time, the bond goes away. So this is designed to be, TIP districts are like 50-year projects. So this is the starting point of a 50-year project to develop the core of what used to be downtown Naugatuck and what used to be, in essence, Uniroyal, and remake it into a modern day downtown that works in today's environment. So that's what it is. So the borough board has approved the district, approved the plan, and we'll be voting at a joint board's meeting right after this on basically the same motion. And I guess at this point, I'll take questions.
See, 12 stories.
What?
12 stories for that building?
I can't hear you.
12 stories for the building at Greenfield?
Well, that's what's planned. Yeah, we didn't, by the way, that, there's a proposal for that there's been a selection of a preferred developer, but it hasn't been negotiated, but that's what they're proposing. With the way the fire trucks are
Oh,
going.
yeah, there will be. There'll be sprinklers too. Any other questions from there?
What's how's progress on the Babel field?
And well, first of all, good, Del Gabo Field is gonna open this year. We're, putting up the fences and the dugouts like soon. And we plan to open it in the summer. So good, but Del Gabo Field, is important to the TIF district. It's not in the district, but it's important because that will, in essence, replace Greenfield South. And then we are also acquiring land adjacent to it from the water company to build another field that will replace Greenfield North. And that's underway now.
Is that the field at the top of like Wisteria?
Yes. Yeah, so there's lights, it's
It's
a
beautiful.
beautiful
It's
field.
really pretty, yeah.
Any other questions? No discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Very exciting times.
Okay. So are we gonna start the joint force meeting? We need to adjourn?
Need to adjourn the meeting.
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn at 6:49 p.m.
Okay. All carries. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Which stuff we did?
Wait, it doesn't make the motion. It's gonna make that. Just to wait up to make that.
You join.
Good.
Join.
Good. Yeah, baby's good, yeah. She-
Oh,
It's just been 2 months on Friday, so.
She's a year.
Yeah, right.
So you ready?
That's great. Board's meeting.
I'll call after the board. Is this set for 7 or right?
There was no timeline.
Okay.
There's no time.
So it's one of the-
Just been following the
Okay.
finance.
All right, so I'll call the special meeting of the joint boards to order at 6:50 p.m. And we'll rise again. And finance portion.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty, and justice for all.
Liam, is that?
I tried to get in. Where's that?
Oh, so Jan,
Going online.
I'll be able to let him in 1 second. I'm rebooting my computer here.
well, let's check that. Jan says the meeting was set for 7. So.
You got it. I gave it all.
Nancy's on.
Well, Rocky's on the screen.
Yeah.
Well, let Jan
He
in.
said he's restarting at 11.
Okay, Lee, you're being let in.
Nancy said you can start it when you're ready.
Because it says in the.
You don't have to, says it right there. Yeah. Thanks, Rosie. You go like that. My aunt is. Daddy. I'll call her daddy. So what?
Well, if it's unclear, we'll wait till 7. We got 8 minutes to go. He said it says different things in different places.
The letter said 6:30 online. It says.
So I think we will,
It's clear at.
so let's just be safe. We'll wait 7 minutes. and we'll start.
7
What?
Oh, you got yours before the meeting? I usually get mine out.
7 minutes.
Got mine yesterday.
Yesterday.
I
Says
didn't go to my
immediately
mailbox.
following the
Jen,
adjournment.
are you in?
We get it tomorrow.
Yeah. He's rebooting.
No, I mean, I was impressed, we got 48 hours or something.
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
You're in, you're in.
Oh, there's Charlie too. Okay. I thought it'd be nice to get out of the house.
It's a beautiful day to do it.
Means I don't have to scoot off to him. Past Charlie just on my way home.
Here, kind of here.
I thought he was pulling out of his driveway when I was driving down here. It looks like no.
Same thing, every,
Maybe he's in his car.
every single year.
Could be sitting in his
All
car.
right, everybody should be in and allowed to talk.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I am loud and clear, Jan.
All right, because I can't start my video for some reason. I don't know why. It's all
Yeah,
right.
video's not working right now.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we should be good to proceed.
We have to wait till 7.
That makes sense.
That way there, it's not craziness.
Yeah. Everybody is real.
Yeah, but you said it says 7, so it's better to be safe.
Extremely.
No drama.
Even though it didn't seem to be.
See?
I like the drama.
It's just.
I have 2 memos that say immediately after.
Bob, that's not a Giants blue shirt you got on. How come?
It's in the wash.
Easter.
Oh, I got you. Or did you bleach that one out?
The eyes bluer.
That's perfect.
Brings out the white hair. Yeah. It's spring when Bob's, I'm watching you, I mean.
I go on investigation, but. Let me see. Right by, you never know what's going on inside. I really don't.
A little bit better, gallons are wider. Are they
Yeah.
just bringing more?
It's about the same.
Or are they just?
Yeah, it's
getting
like,
rid of the
it's
rest?
55, 6.
It's funny, like he go to work, I mean, he's now even set up, you know, the one day I go station, I go on the job.
Yeah.
Maybe 254. The other day, I goes on the job, I don't want to start 63 all the way, and then I come home to a different one.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
that big stuff.
He has one,
Up there. But anyway, he is to
Yeah.
I agree with you, if you're holding them for. Straight, 2.4.
Yeah.
4. In between.
James, show your part.
Yeah.
We knew you were coming, so good. Yeah, it's gonna be executive park. It's gonna be a surprise party.
I told him, executive part, yeah, parts of my car.
He's, I just got, I put him in the center of the walk. I can't do that now, because I can't do it around them. Go for 2 days on the weekend. I could.
Oh,
And me, Jeff, yes.
I went up there yesterday.
yeah,
How much work they're doing now.
yeah, each vendor, like, Metamonte is different than.
What did you do?
Huh? Should do an Easter egg hunt? Yeah. 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 Should have come and crashed the party. Yeah. Yeah. I actually watched Masters, both of the Masters. Yeah, we were watching that, like into that, I think it's pretty cool. Well, you know, what's funny is I watched it on Saturday, how the weather was just insane. Yeah, they had to stop it. Yeah, well, they stopped it because the trees came down. Yeah.
Did you see the video of the tree?
It's
Like,
great.
how,
Nobody got
got
hurt.
hurt.
Yeah.
Wild.
The only thing that it
And
really
they said
is gonna
they-
change though is.
All of a sudden, pine cones falling. Yeah. And they
Well, yeah, but it
and
might-
they had to play twice as hard on Sunday to
I
finish.
think,
Yeah. What hope were they on when they had to post? I think, Rom and
if he wants to go to.
Well,
as soon as he had.
Either the sixth or seventh hole.
Oh, wow.
June
Yeah.
first.
So they had to start like at 8:30
The data fields.
Sunday,
are-
finished at 30. And then they went,
started.
and then they went back on it like 2:30 or something like that.
It's not as specific.
Yeah, because everything was delayed 45, 50 minutes on all night programming.
It's just, it's amazing how these guys are playing.
That'll have.
Wind,
bank.
rain, torrential.
And I think Tiger went through. I know.
After he made the cut, yeah. I'm surprised he even made it because he was limping.
He's just never gonna be the same as that.
It was just that.
Yeah, and plus the weather.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 60 you're 60 degrees one day, then 40 windy and rain on Saturday. And then Sunday, they started it, it was cold and windy, and then it got nice out.
They wanted to be.
Popular among. boomers.
Yeah, it was sad seeing some like hollow off.
Yeah, he was.
5 to 6.
Older Gen Xers and millennials are not using it in Gen Z.
That's not cheap.
He's lucky he's still alive.
I know.
It's with that car crash.
Yeah, it's also just like. we don't have the- the subjects that are making it And then you pop in your debit card.
It's hoping for like a showdown at the end, but Kevin just fell apart.
Well, that's four, we
Yeah.
have four, one of the.
Patty's a nicer guy.
4 points apart there.
He can't, he's good.
He was real good, yeah.
I know they were.
And I'll tell you, freaking Phil, man, surprised me.
What was he, like -3? He finished at
-8.
-8 at the end.
Just
Like 70th place.
Oh, was it like? He was out there.
He was.
They catch that.
His part was on.
As soon as it got nice, he just like, turned it up.
And I thought it was pretty cool with the amateur playing with both. Ron
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kepka.
That was,
Yeah, you know, I mean, how much more experience, and then
they'll get a ton of
figure the kid, he had to go back to school on Monday.
Wow.
And he had to play in a 36-hole tournament.
Where they have to carry their own bag
Yeah,
too.
yeah, so he had to play a 36-hole tournament on Monday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He won that one.
Well, he did understand he had to blow it off the Masters.
I don't think he was blowing it off, but
But,
the tournament, his tournament was cool.
Yeah, when they interviewed, it was like, yeah, I think at least it'll be there.
So.
yeah. I'm glad he got it in, so he had to go with it.
Right?
Hey,
You know?
He was in like second, third place for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his putter wasn't.
Who hits the
He
recording?
comes
button?
short up on a lot of stuff. and
I thought.
I could hear him, I could see him, you could see him.
No, we gotta start
And when
over.
I seen him hit the putter, hit the
So I would-
ball.
We're still recording.
Yeah, we're still recording.
You know, you're,
Right now,
According to that.
Well, can't we like,
you're our Masters commentator.
You're still recording according to my screen too, so.
all right, yeah, my man.
Once it starts, but
I
if
would
I,
stop and then start.
okay, if I stop, you have to wait for the last one to load.
How long is
So I
that
can
take?
start.
All right, I'll take care of it. I'll say something to
Okay,
rescind what we already
All right,
did.
so we have to do a third pledge.
Yeah, we're gonna, so, all right. I'm gonna call the special meeting to order again at 7:01 P.M. And I'm gonna ask Finance Board Chairman Ted Hanks.
Pledge allegiance to the flag,
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And before I turn this meeting over to Finance Board Chairman Hanks, I'd like to note for the record, for anyone watching the tape, that the first run was prematurely started before 7 o'clock, and the meeting is now officially starting at 7:01 p.m. And we'll go from there. So at this time, Kenny can take over and appoint alternates.
Okay, appoint one alternate, Teresa Wasoka, to fill the spot of Durham James, who's not here tonight. So Teresa will be a voting member during the joint boards. Need a motion that the joint boards, Burgess meeting finance approve the minutes of the special meeting of February 13th, 2023, each member having received a copy for review. Motion by Bob, second by Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Thanks, Jack.
Motion that the Board of Mayor and Burgess adopt a resolution authorizing the appropriation of bond authorization of $20 million for financing the cost of carrying out or administering the first phase of the revitalized rubber corridor district master plan as a threat.
Motion. That's a roll call.
All right, so, I guess for the record, I'll briefly repeat some of what we said at the finance board and, also, some of what we said many times, at the board of Mary Burgess's meeting. What we're doing tonight is, moving forward on a resolution to bond $20 million for our TIP increment financing district. So we've already reviewed at the Burgess level and at the finance board level, the map for the tax incremental financing district, which consists of just under 3% of our current grand list. And it covers the former Uniroyal Chemical 86.5 acre site, the old Uniroyal property, in the Uniwear footwear property in downtown Naugatuck, other parts of downtown Naugatuck, and the Rubber Avenue corridor extending from downtown all the way out past Montview Plaza. So this district has been created to develop 6 projects that are mentioned in the resolution. And those 6 projects are the Parcel B project, which will be an affordable housing project where we've already received $6 million from the Connecticut Community Challenge from the state of Connecticut. Have grant matches. We'll be doing some streetscape work. There's some soil suitability issues, and we'll be looking at off-site parking. We will also be including the Parcel A, Y, and Z, the Naugatuck Event Center, which will become a transit-oriented development with a large housing component, market rate housing problem. The third project is the Uniroyal Chemical site, the industrial park, Naugatuck Industrial Park, Section 3, the Rubber Avenue corridor, which will consist of facade improvements and other upgrades, the potential construction of the street department and ambulance building on the former Risden property, and the construction of Greenway from the Whittemore Bridge to Greenfield. These projects will be done within the TIP district in accordance with the tax increment financing district master plan that has previously been approved by the Board of Mayor and Burgesses. The master plan provides for the collection of new revenues from new construction in the district to go into a special TIP fund that will be set aside and can't go to the grand list at the time as the bonding has been paid. We have a TIF management committee that has been appointed. They will manage the district, and we intend to move forward on all of our projects within the next 3 years. We're starting now, but I'm going to say finish the spending of the $20 million within 3 years from the date it goes out to the market, which should be late summer early fall. Having said that, and I'll incorporate all my prior comments, but I think at this time, we should take questions.
Any questions from any members here or on Zoom?
I would note that at the Burgess level, we've gone over this many times.
Okay, hearing none, we'll take a call.
Can I call the roll?
Yeah, you call
I just like to vote.
it.
Nicole. Affirmative.
Permanent.
Yes.
Yes.
Bob, Matt, Fran,
Yes.
Stephen,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
myself, yes, Wayne,
Yes.
Teresa,
Yes.
Dorothy,
Yes.
Rocky,
Yes.
Janet,
Yes.
Charlie,
Yes. Yes.
Mike's got his hand up.
did I miss anyone?
That's it.
He doesn't have to get that.
Oh, that's. says
So we'll note for the record that we have a quorum and a unanimous vote. The roll call vote, should be noted in the record by, Nancy DeMayo. She on the, okay, so Nancy, you got the vote, right?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay, so we can proceed to the next item.
We'll see the next item. So, just a note on items 7 and 8, I'll be abstaining from voting.
All right, motion that the joint board and Mayor Burgess and Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for the fire chief. Russell received 2.50% salary increase in the amount of $2,499 effective July 1, 2022.
Second motion.
Correct here.
Second,
Yeah, one question.
just, by way of discussion, next year, let me back up. We've had some issues in, having too many different people rate, various people, and the ratings are different. And, have created some issues because some people like myself are upper graders than others. And when we looked at it, it really wasn't fair. So we decided this year, the best thing to do would be to give everyone the amount of money that we set aside, 2.5%. And if we want to change the process going forward, we're gonna have to change our rating system. Just a comment.
Is, are these being, like retroactive payments?
Yes, until July 1st, 2022.
The money was set aside in the budget, so the money's there.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
just, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, motion that the joint board of Mayor.
Did we vote?
I'm sorry.
I don't think we voted.
We doing
We just finished
individual
discussion.
motions?
Well, let's vote on this one.
We have to.
Maybe,
Yeah, we have to.
all right. So,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aye. Aye.
Next, motion that the joint board of Mayor and Burgess's and Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for deputy mayor Chief Kenny Hanks to receive 2.50% salary increase in the amount of $2,325.01 effective July 18, 2022. Motion.
Second.
You all in favor?
All right.
Any opposed?
Same.
So voted.
I'll take, move back and forth.
All right.
Item number 9, motion that the joint boards and Mayor Burgess and Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for Park Superintendent Sandra Lucas Ribeiro to receive a 2.5% salary increase in the amount of $2,000 effective July 1st, 2022. Motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks, Jeff. Item 10, motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgess and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for Senior Center Director Harvey Friedman to receive a 2.5 salary increase in the amount of $1,439.05 effective July 1st, 2022. Motion.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Aye.
11, motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgess and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for Assessor Shelby Jackson to receive a 2.5% salary increase in the amount of $2,875 effective July 1st, 2022.
Motion.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Item number 12, motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgess and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for Assistant City Assessor Lana Riley to receive 2.5% salary increase in the amount of $1,425.01 effective July 1st, 2022.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 15. Motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgess and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for IT System Administrator Howard France to a 2.5% salary increase. The amount of $1,000.
Discussions that, during the workshop, we mentioned, that raise to still minimum wage is going to be is July 1st by about 40 cents. We'll be getting, under this, he'd be getting $14.60 an hour. Which I think is extremely underpaid for the job he does.
But we're raising him again in the next budget. So that should take him to the right level, I think, right?
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know, but
Believe this raise is to cover retroactive.
Okay,
What we had discussed was the additional $5, that's in this year's
that's in
budget.
the
Okay.
next budget.
So he would get this plus the 5.
He's getting both.
we'll get this retro and then the 5
Yeah,
starting
right.
July 1st.
Yep,
I'm in agreement with that.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 16, motion that the joint board of Mayor and Burgess
Folks, we can't hear you on the internet at all anymore.
July 1st, 2022.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good. Hey, can you hear me?
We haven't heard the last four motions, me and Rocky, honestly.
Turn your hearing aid up.
Nancy just.
I got external
Yeah,
speakers. So
the feed is, audio feed is cutting in and out.
what happens?
I can hear everybody now, but the audio feed was cutting in and out for a minute there.
Can you hear me
Or
now?
four motions? Yeah, okay.
I'll be reading.
Yeah,
I just,
all the motions were as described in the agenda.
Okay,
um,
so that'll make it an aye for me.
Okay,
Thank you, Jim.
he's part of the team.
just give me 1 second. Let me see.
So we're gonna. It comes in wilder, and it's also a delay. So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
delay makes everything seem out of sequence.
It cuts out a lot more in this room than it does in the other room.
Yeah, they all the same.
Don wrote him stuff
That's good though.
where she last left off.
It sounds like the motion changes that second.
Well, people use it that way, but.
Yeah.
They should.
15 was a discussion, 16 and 17.
And then Jane.
I second.
Thank you. I'm just writing this down for Nancy.
Okay, now we're on 19.
Okay.
Yes, and Bob and me. Bob and Jim, the tag team.
We'll keep it the
Okay,
same.
thank you.
I've never had Jim. I know.
James.
Jimmy. As soon as I said Jim, I'm like, oh no.
Okay, we all set, we'll continue.
See,
Thank you.
Okay, item number 19, motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgesses and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for part-time police department clerk Diane Dutton to receive a 4% salary increase in the amount of $575.58 effective October 22nd, 2022.
motion.
Second.
Discussion.
Is this another one where we have to get her over minimum wage? Why it's 4 and everyone else is 2.5?
I'm not sure exactly.
Well, it's described as an increase / adjustment,
Yeah,
whereas the others are just increases. Okay. So it's not, I mean, based on the way it's written, I would assume the adjustment is to bring this individual to over.
I believe that's what the discussion is before, based on the minimum wage increasing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Carries.
Aye.
Item 20, motion that the joint boards of Mayor Burgesses and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for part-time recycle center worker David Swigatovich to receive an 8.1% salary increase in the amount of $657.17 effective October 1st, 2022.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Carries. Well done. Item 21. Motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgesses and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for part-time recycle center crew leader Rick Myers to receive a 7.75% salary increase in the amount of $847.49 effective October 1st, 2022.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Item number 22, motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgesses and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for part-time police animal control officer Stephen Rupsis to receive a 2.5% salary increase in the amount of $1,070.08 effective July 1st, 2022.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Item number 23. Motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgesses and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for part-time per diem police dispatcher Kathy, I can't pronounce her name, Burgess, to receive a 4.5% salary increase adjustment in the amount of $287.71 effective July 1st, 2022.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion.
I'm assuming that's the same formula used and the others that say increase / adjustment. So like a minimum wage correction in addition to.
Most likely. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 24. Motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgesses and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for part-time per diem police dispatcher Timothy McMahon to receive a 4.5% salary increase adjustment, the amount of $287.71, effective July 1st, 2022.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgesses and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for position of Democratic Registrar to receive an 8.22% salary increase in the amount of $353, effective when the registrar took office after the 2022 election.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. Favor?
Aye.
Last one, motion that the joint boards of Mayor and Burgesses and the Board of Finance approve the recommendation of the non-union salary review board for position of Republican Registrar to receive an 8.22% salary increase in the amount of $353, effective when the registrar took office after the 2022 election.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And entertain a motion to joint boards meeting be adjourned at 7:23 p.m.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Woo.
Good night.